Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm super excited to be back here today because we're actually going to craft. Can you believe it? Yes. We're going to make a triple pocket tag folder. Triple pocket tag folder? Yeah, we'll call it that. So anyway, how is everybody? I sure have missed you guys. My energy's a little bit better today. Although I sound good right now, we'll see if I can keep up the energy through the whole video. I don't know if it'll be a long or a short video. We're just going to have to see. So welcome to all my brand new subscribers. Those of you who've been with me for a very long time. I love you all, and I'm thrilled to have each and every one of you here. Thank you for watching all my videos and commenting when you can and being part of my little community. And for those of you who've been watching, but you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Become part of our little family here so you always know when there's a video. Okay, so today we're going to make this tag, but it's got 1, 2, 3 pockets. Super easy, super quick. It's a one-sheet wonder. Although, I don't know if we're going to call it a one-sheet wonder because depending upon the size of paper used. Now, I'm using an 8 by 8 sheet of paper. And what I did is I took a 12 by 12 and cut it down because I am working on ephemera for my Marie Antoinette journals. So I thought I'd show you how to do these using those papers. Now, of course, whatever you have that you want to work with, grab your papers. And let's get busy. Make sure your paper has a little bit of body to it. I wouldn't use a 28-pound paper. It might be too wimpy, but of course you can. There's no reason you can't. Use whatever you have. And we're going to make this beautiful little pocket. I'm going to hold it up for you to see. Okay. I have some stickles on it because this is for my Marie Antoinette. So you know I'm going to bling the living daylights out of it. Oh, and you do leave a space where you can write if you want. You could use that as a belly band, tuck something else in there right there. You have this pocket. I have 2 beautiful little pieces in that pocket. Look at gorgeous. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Marie Antoinette all the way, right? You know, it's my favorite. Then I've got 2 pieces on the back here. I've got some pretty vellum. And then, you know, on the front, I have a couple of tags and cards. This one I stickled up just a little bit. This has a little bit of stickle on it. And I've got some gold on it. So you can make it as fancy or as simple as you like. You can make it botanical, steampunk, grunge, whatever your thing is. Okay, so this is what we're going to make today. Super easy. But it's what you put on it that makes it, that gives it the bling or the whatever you're going to do, the grunge or the fun. Could be shabby chic. Okay, this paper actually could lend itself that way as well. Now what you want to do is you want to figure out, okay, this is what I want to be my front, this is going to be my inside. So I'm going to put the inside piece on my scoreboard, and this is the 8 by 8. I know what my front is. If you have the right side up and upside down, you do need to make sure you pick that right. This is going to be your top. This is going to be the bottom. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to score it at 3 3/4. Then we're going to score it at 6 1/2. And then we're going to turn it this way. Okay. So it's like this. We're going to turn it a half a turn here, quarter turn. I don't know what that's considered. And then we're going to put it at 6. Okay. So again, we're going to do it at 3 1/4, 6 1/2, turn it, and 6. Okay, then we can get rid of our scoreboard. I have the sample all done, so I'm going to set that up there. And then we're going to take and we're going to fold all of our folds just lightly so we can see where everything is. And this is going to be what's going to be our pockets right here. This bottom piece here, where we did the score line at 6. All right, then we're going to take our scissors. I'm going to use a little bit shorter scissor than I normally do. And we're going to cut up right to that score line right there. I hope you can see it. And then we're going to score up to that score line. And these are our pockets. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this up here to the front, and I'm going to fold this one to the back. Okay, so you got your front and your back pocket. this becomes our inside pocket. But we're going to take this little square right here and we're going to cut this off. And I recommend you keep it. Make a cute little flag. You can do all kinds of fun things with this. You know, you can make it a tag or a tab, a flap, whatever you want. I'm going to trim it up just a little bit to get it cleaned up and ready to go if I want to use it. I want to make sure it's usable. Okay. I do all of my trimming, cutting, cleaning, everything right off the bat, right? And we're going to get out our bone folder, which I do recommend. You can use a credit card, an old credit card, an old gift card, whatever you've got. As I've showed you many times, I took an old credit card and wrapped it with tape and, you know, created that, right? So, plus I also use them to cut corners. You know, they're great for all kinds of things. We always get those things. Sometimes you get them in the mail as junk mail. It's so funny. You never know what you're going to get. So what's everybody up to? I hope everybody's good, feeling well. And we're going to just... Now, this is a great stack your stash. Get out your papers. Now, this is great for cardstock. It's great if you just want to do a plain cardstock one and then cover it. It is great to use your scrapbook paper. It's great for your digital papers. Now, I see some, a little bit of overcut here, which you naturally get, you know, when you fold things because it does sort of change the, all right. I see it here. It's driving me crazy. I'm just not sure. I want to clean that up just a little bit. Give us a little more room. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing here. Clean it up just a bit. There. Okay. That's all there is to it, right? That's it. That's all you got. Now, I like to round my corners, so I'm going to, oops, that's the wrong one. That would have gave me an unusual corner, which would have been okay. I would have been all right with that. No hard corners on the things I do, generally. I won't always say no. Every now and then I give in and do that. Okay. Next thing we want to do is we want to make sure this is all folded down nice and tight, exactly how you want it, because we're going to add our tag shape, because this is a tag. It's a pocketed tag folder. Pocketed tag folder. You know what? You're going to think I'm nuts, but I'm going to write that down because when I do the video, I want to make it multi-pocket tag folder. Okay, now I'll have that for when I go to give my video a title. So when you guys are looking for it, you can find it. Now I want a pretty good tag, so I'm going to cut my corners. Flip it over. That way you're going at the same angle. Not going cutting backhand and getting a mess, you know, or you always have that one corner that's just not quite right. And you keep cutting and you keep cutting and pretty soon you lost the shape of your tag. Or your tag's so pointy, you're like, that doesn't really look like a tag anymore. Actually, that sort of came out weird, even though I did that. Strange. Let me double check that. And sometimes it's fine, but you can't figure out why it just looks weird. No, that looks right. I think this is the one that's off. Is this one right here? Yeah, it is off. No, it's the same. Isn't that weird? It looks different, but it's not. Strange. All right. I'm going to get some ink for me. I hope you'll bear with me. I haven't done a video in a very long time. Probably been a good month, so I'm a little rusty. I hope you'll bear with me. Oops, I forgot to. No, I did trim those. So before I do any gluing, if you're going to ink at all, you want to do this now. Now, obviously, I'm not doing this for age. I'm doing artistic color shading, bringing some dimension so it kind of stands off of the other piece. You don't have to do this part. You could fast forward through it if you want. I don't know what I might say while you do that, but you never know. I don't think I'll say anything earth-shattering. Let's open it up because we are getting ready to, oh yes. Now, why do I push that one over there? I don't need that one. I'm going to, there we go. Oh dear. I want to get everything inked up before I do any gluing of any kind. That's just me. You don't have to. You can fast forward to the next part, or you can wait for me. Get a glass of water, a Coke, Diet Coke, some tea, coffee. This spun sugar is very light, so I tend to overload my sponge a little bit. All right, I think I got, you know, you always think you got everything, and then you go look at it and you go, well, I missed that corner. Okay, well, that's good enough for now. Oh, I didn't bring in a wet one. Oh, I should have. Hold on a minute. I've got some on my desk here. For those of you who are new, this is what I use to clean up my hands when they dry out. I use them to wipe up and do things, you know, glue or whatever. Whoops, dropping everything. Excuse me, pardon me. Knocking stuff everywhere. Yeah, this oxide is a very powdery, so it doesn't dry as fast, so I tend to end up with a lot of it on my hands, you know. And then I end up transferring it onto what I'm doing, and I don't really want my fingerprints all over my work, literally. Let's put that away. All right, now let's do some gluing. I don't think I'm going to put anything under there I have to worry about, or there. So I think I'm okay to glue these down. If you want to slide something under your pockets, you know, like you want to add some fabric you want to stick down in there, or some, oh, forgot what I was doing there. Let's start over here. Like I said, I haven't done a video in a long time. I'm trying to get myself back into this. This is what I do with the dry one. Wipe off the glue. I just want to come up the sides for our pockets. Like this. And then, yeah, see, there's the bird. He's actually on the back, which is fine. As you know, I'm not a big fan of birds in my work. But Marie Antoinette always had a thing for, she always had birds in her hair. Or on her shoulder. She put things in the weirdest places, you know. So, I do want to close that up. Okay, windy today. Beautiful day here in California. Bright blue, breezy, gorgeous. When you see this, it might be Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. So that's when I am making this, is Tuesday afternoon. But my husband's got to go out for a little bit. Take my oldest granddaughter shopping for her Mom's Mother's Day gift. She took her driving test and didn't pass. Poor thing. Tentative. She's very sweet and very shy and very tentative. And so she didn't pass her test. But that's okay. She's all right with it. She now knows what she needs to do. The guy said, well, she does everything correct, but she's too tentative. She doesn't have enough confidence. He didn't want to give her her license if she didn't have enough confidence in her driving. And of course, we wouldn't want her to have an accident or hurt anyone else, and neither would she. So she was okay with it. She'll retake her test after she graduates sometime this summer. She'll get some more driving in and get her confidence level up. She's driving her mom everywhere. She's becoming her mom's chauffeur. Her mom's kind of enjoying it, other than the nerve-wracking part of, you know, please stop so you don't hit somebody. But gorgeous granddaughter of mine. She's so sweet. She's just a really sweetheart and shy and just not particularly, you know, not a go-getter. Just, she wants to be oh, what do you call it? Animator for like Disney or, you know, somebody like that. So, 2D animation. Something like that. All right. That's a degree she's going to be going for. She's graduating in a couple of weeks, and her sister, she's graduating in high school. Her little sister is graduating from 8th grade. So we got a double graduation. Oh, and our shop will be closed at the end of May through June 9th or 10th. So we're going to have to close the shop for a little bit so that we can have some fun with 2 graduations and a graduation party. We'll have guests coming in and, you know, staying with us and her and, you know, prepping for a party and 2 graduations. And my daughter's on the committees for graduation, so she's got her hands full. All right, so there's our tag. We've got 1, 2, 3 pockets. We can put a little doohickey up here. Let me see. Do I have any? I know I have some pre-cut. I'm looking for them. Nope, that's not them. Well, I know they're here. I can usually find them really quick, but I must have moved them. Oh, I'm having one of those days. Sorry, guys. All my folders are falling out. Help me, Mr. Wizard. Oh, there they are. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm hoping I have a pretty... Oh, I do have a pretty pink one. I need to cut some more pink ones. Yes. Oh, that's a little too pink. Ugh, I don't care for that. Yucko. Let's see. I'm looking gold. Some of these golds are a little too bright. Ah, there's one. I gotta cut some more gold too. I guess we can do gold. I don't think I'm gonna do any silver in this kit. I don't mind silver on there. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think, well, that's rhetorical because I'll stick with the bright sparkly one because I'm sure I'll bling it up. If I know me, I'm blinging it up. So I pre-cut a bunch of circles that I use as hole stoppers, hole reinforcers. I did buy some hole reinforcers. I'm sorry, I'm looking for them right now. Excuse the arm. Excuse the arm. There they are. Yahoo. Okay. Oh, actually, I do have some I got. Oh, there's some pretty ones here. I really should sell a sheet of these, some sheets of these. I got 2,000 of them. I don't think I need 2,000. Actually, that might be pretty. If I don't like it, I can just simply that's pretty too. What I'll do, I think what I'll do, I don't know if I like that because it's pretty. I know I wasted it, right? I don't know if it'll come off. Maybe it will. Not easily. Well, all right. I can just cover it over. I think I do want to stick with the gold because I know I'm going to decorate with gold. But that's okay. We don't know till we try, right? That is the part about this I love. There's no such thing as a mistake. If you don't like it, cover it up. Start over. I only wasted one dinky little thingy. Yes, I don't like to even waste that. I know. But all right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hole punch. Let's see. And I'm going to punch all the way through all of those, but I'm only going to put the reinforcer on the one side. What I was thinking I could do, though, because I don't want to put a sparkly gold one on both sides, is maybe go ahead and use these on this side. And what about here? I could use the lighter ones inside, maybe. Yep. More of just decor than actual needing to do that, you know. I don't, let's see. If I can get it in there, I will do it. Stuck to my finger. Pretty sticky. You could glue them if you want. I'm not too worried about if they come off because they're not necessary. They're just kind of a extra goodie. I don't know. Is this something that would interest you guys? Would you guys want a sheet of these? I do have a lot of them. I could sell a few. Like a sheet. One sheet. And then I have the plain tan ones too, so I no longer have to create my own. I used to have to, you know, take ink and get some white reinforcers and do that. And then I will put a what do you call it? Eyelet. Sorry. Like I said, been a while since I've done a video. Hang in there with me. I'll get there. I'm looking for, one sec. I'm looking for my... One second. I don't want to bring the whole thing out. I was just going to grab one eyelet. I don't want to bring out 20 of them. Now, when you put the eyelet in, don't make the mistake that some people do and that I did the very first time years and years and years ago, was putting it all the way through, because if you do that, you can't open it up. So you only want to put it through the top one, not through this part, because then you can't open it. Don't do that. I did that long ago. Years and years and years. Probably not on video, I don't think. I don't think I got caught doing that on video. There we go. It's in. Then you have that little reinforcer over there. It's all good. Okay. So those were the big key points of this. And actually, it's all made. So the question is, do you want to sit while I do a bit of decor on this? Now I could place lace here, and maybe I will. Let me grab my, I have a box of laces behind me, or I did. Did I put my laces away? No, I have so much on my desk right now. Oh my gosh, crazy. Okay, I've got a bunch of stuff I'm trying to make to put into the shop too, so. We do carry some of these lovely laces in the shop. We may be out of some of them, but I know Jolene was getting some more in. So if you don't find these lightweight white laces, there will be some coming in. I know she ordered some. I just don't know if they're in yet. Always check the shop because you never know. Oh boy, I haven't used this in a long time. I don't know if it's gonna give me fits today. Oh, I love the cool breeze coming in here. It feels good to me. I'm a little warm. I keep alternating between hot and cold today. See my doctor, one doctor Wednesday, one on Thursday. I have a specialist I see on Thursday about some other stuff. So just for my checkups and medication, I'm going through meds and stuff, making sure everything's all right. I am better, I think. Knock on wood. I hate to say that because as soon as I do, I jinx myself and then I get sick again. So I think I'm getting better. I don't have as much energy as I'd like, but I have more than I had. Also had a nice hit of Diet Coke before the video. Boost my energy a little. I really like that. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put some more, I'm going to put lace on this back side too. What do I want to use? The same one? Do I want to use something different? Those are all too wide. Maybe this one. Yeah, why don't we use this one? I pulled those laces out specifically for this project. I'm using some Fabri-Fix, Fabri-Tac, 3-in-1, whichever you have in your country. Specifically for fabric on paper, fabric on fabric, and this will work paper on paper. I want to get the right and the wrong side going here. Okay. All right, let's trim this up. I always flip it over, trim it on so I can see what's hanging over. I don't trim it from the front because I take a big chance of cutting into whatever it is I'm working on. So now I have got both sides decorated, ready to go. I do have to decide what I would like to put down if I want to add any decorative here. I did put some, now on this one I used the gold vellum. And I went and looked again online. I can't find any gold vellum anywhere. So I'm sorry I'm not helpful, but I couldn't find any. I wanted some for the shop and I can't find any. I can find straight gold vellum, but not polka dot. And I did find some printed vellum with different designs on it, but it was currently unavailable. So I don't know if they're sold out, if they're going to get any more in, or they're just not going to, I don't know. So that's pretty good. I think I'm good with that. All right, I would like to put something down through there. I do like that before I decorate. So let's see. I have narrow ones here. Do I want one of these? Oh yeah. I want it to go over the edge maybe. Yeah, maybe I would. All right, this is one of my favorite laces because they look like little hearts, you know. So, okay, let's give this a little glue. I'm gonna let it kind of hang over. Come on now. I think this will be great inside my pockets, or it could go in the folio. Remember, I made 3 pieces for this way back when. We've got more of these lovely bottles, I believe, in the shop now. And I think they come with a topper, plus you get a topper for your art glitter glue. So, or you can just order toppers, I believe, by themselves. That comes and goes. It depends on what Jolene has available. So, sorry about that noisy car. I do live by the highway. It's not like a freeway like you guys have. It's like a rural highway, two-lane highway. Called Airline Highway, or I think they changed it to Pinnacles Highway or something. I don't know. They changed the name around here. When they moved it, it used to go directly through town, and they moved it to a bypass, and then, you know, as our town has grown. All right. Let me make sure I didn't close this up. Nope. All right, so I've got the main parts done. We want to decorate, and I think I've decorated up a couple of, let me find my little envelopes that I have bits and pieces from the kit in, or, no, not that one, this one. I know, yes, I did a piece that I didn't end up using, so I was thinking maybe I would put that one on there. Yes, where's my... I gotta see if I have my tape. I don't know where I put it. Okay, well, I'll just grab another roll. I'll find it later. I'm sure when I'm cleaning up. You know how it is. You clean up your room and you go, oh, there it is. I'm going to use some foam tape on this to give it some dimension. And no, that's not wide enough, so I'll just put a couple strips on it. Use my sticky scissors. I have scissors that I specifically use for sticky stuff, but then I end up using them for other things too, if they're not too sticky. Did I? Yeah, I got it on the wrong side, but that's okay. Talking to myself, don't mind me. Do you guys do that? Do you talk to yourself when you're working? Anybody making anything exciting they want to share? Could be a quilt maybe, or you're crocheting something. Oh, I bought a couple of, well, you guys call them slow stitch kits. I bought a couple kits to work, to play with. I haven't had time to do any stitching. I thought maybe I would. I was thinking when I was sick, but I just didn't even have the energy for that. embroidery. That's the word. Boy, my brain. I bought some cute embroidery kits. I used to embroider long ago when I was a young mom, or not even a young mom, just newly married. My mom taught me. I was making pillowcases for my trousseau when I was going to get married. Funny girl. But anyway, I learned long ago, but I haven't done much of it, so I would like to get back to it. And then, you know, I also want to do some, well, that's a lot of sticky. I'm going to have to clean those for sure. All right, so we've got a little dimension there. That allows me to get something into the pocket. Now, is that going to be sticky where it's going to stick to stuff? I'm hoping not. I don't think oh, and I want to put something over here. I want a writing space, but I don't know if that's big enough. Here's another one of these big ones. Maybe I'll just use the same thing I used last time. And let's see, what should I... Like I said, I'm not a big bird fan, but I don't mind them for this particular project. Oh, I have these. Or this one. No, there's multiples. Let's see. Let's put something different. Let's use this one. It's not very big, but you can still write something, and that's okay, right? Too big. Got flowers. Are these too big? Yeah, too big. Do I have something smaller? Oh, I have Avec Amour. I wouldn't mind that at the bottom, maybe. Or, no. I like that. No, I like that. I like that. Now I know else what I want. See if I can find one. Excuse me a minute while I rummage around my... Well, that's huge. Do I have a smaller one? Do I have a smaller one? No. I think I used all my small ones. Oh, no. I hate rummaging around in these envelopes. Drives me nuts. I have 2 sets of these, so maybe I could pull one from the other set. There's one. I got one. I got one. I like the idea of a rose there. Oh, I see something gold. What's that? Oh, it's something big, not something small. Darn. I was thinking like something like that. I think that's really... Ooh, look how pretty that is. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. And I want to put some pink around the edge. This one already has gold, and it's already got stickles on it. And let's see. So what have I been doing? Well, not a lot. Resting mostly. Some days I just rest and I don't do anything. The other day I actually did something in my house and for my home. Had a day where I was feeling really good, so... or as good as I'm going to feel. And so my hubby and I, he helps me, of course, you know. So what did we do? Oh, after lunch, I was feeling pretty good. And I had a craving for chocolate chip cookies. And we didn't have any. We had some other stuff, but, you know, I just really wasn't in the mood for anything else. I wanted chocolate chip cookies. So... he helped me, and we baked some chocolate chip cookies with mini M&Ms. So, favorite cookie ever. Both of us. We love them. Makes about 3 dozen. So I sat on a stool at the island, and he helped me with them, and we got them made. And that was fun. And while we were doing that, I have a pretty silk tree that's in my front room. And they have... twinkle lights wound in them because our house is very big and very dark, and so I don't like a dark house. I have a thing about that. So half the twinkle lights had gone out, so we pulled the old strand, and I think I might, so we pulled the old strand and then put a new strand on, which takes a bit of doing because it's 100 feet or 100 lights maybe. I don't know how many feet it is. It's just they're a big long strand. So we changed those. That was good. in between batches of cookies, and then we still had time to kill, so swept off the front porch, brushed down the rocking chair. I have a white rocker on my porch, and every year I decorate my front porch for spring and summer. And my home is ocean beach theme, blues and all different colors of blues and turquoises and whites. So, and usually I decorate my porch to match. We put up my flags, and I put up my pillows on the rocker, and hung up all my little beach theme signs, and just really, oh, isn't that cute? I'm loving that. What do you guys think? I love that. I want to put a little something there and there. Got something new in. Oh, let's see. Got some new little roses in. Yeah. So we hung those up, and, you know, cleaned up each thing that we put on. I pulled out my my door wreath, which is really pretty blues, and it's got hydrangeas and big old dahlias in it, but they're all in blues. White roses. Really pretty wreath I made years ago. Well, it was falling apart. So we put that on the counter, kitchen counter, and I had my husband get my glue gun from upstairs, and so I glued that all back together. So I was all excited, because to me, these little bits of things are progress in my health. And so, oh yeah, I like that. All right. So we did that. I was feeling very accomplished. And then we finished the cookies. Of course, we had to try one, of course, you know. Oh gosh, I was transferring it from one counter to the next. I had it cooling on the big island, and I was transferring it to the counter where the racks were so the cookies could cool. And we had baking sheets on there, and it started to slide off. I only lost one cookie, which my husband said was a 5-second rule, so he snagged that. But I did end up giving myself a bit of a little burn there, trying to keep the tray from hitting the floor without grabbing the tray, because it was still warm, you know, still pretty hot. But at least we only lost one cookie. One got a little mushy looking, but it was fine. You know, gotta, you know, eat the bad ones. He got the crumpled one, I got the mushed one. So, but we enjoyed our time together. It was a good day, because we hadn't had any. I did not go downstairs for almost 3 weeks. I never left the upstairs. He brought me meals and took care of me upstairs, because I couldn't navigate the stairs. So it was a good day to be downstairs. I felt really good about it. We enjoyed ourselves. We had a good day. And let's see what we want on the front. Maybe one of those big roses I just saw. Even though you have this kit with all these pieces, there really isn't a lot of really usable, well, stuff I would use anyway. I could just use a big. It doesn't have to be all Marie Antoinette-y, you know what I mean? It could be, but it doesn't have to be. Oh, what about this one? Ouch, I'm cutting myself here. Ow. It could be a pyre with a word. Going away from what I thought I was going to do. So yeah, it was a really good day. And then I went upstairs and I rested for a while, came back down. That's when I fixed the wreath, when I got back downstairs. And then we had dinner downstairs, and I stayed down and watched a new series on Prime, Amazon Prime, which was called, I don't know if I can say it right, Étoile, something like that. Étoile. Anyways, about ballerinas. And, you know, I was a dancer once a long time ago. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. Maybe I won't do the word. I was thinking about going like this. Oh, darn. Now which do I use? I like both. Let me look at this one. I'll go back to my story in a minute. It's a lot of roses, but this is roses too, but it's a different form of rose. Yeah, you know, I like it, but I think I like the other one better. So it was a good day. Had dinner with my hubby downstairs, which I had not done. I've only done twice since the 18th of April. So that was nice for us, and I laid down on the couch and watched TV with him. So it was a good day. I finally had some good days. You know, it was kind of nice to not feel so sick and so weak. But then, of course, the next day, I woke up with a headache that wouldn't go away. It wasn't a full migraine, but it was just, it's very shaky and weak. So I rested the next day, and then here I am today. I've been doing a little laundry, you know, a little picking up and cleaning the kitchen, just, you know, bits and things. Things that just haven't been done in a while, waiting for my attention. He did a good job of keeping up the house and as best he could, and the cats, and, you know, making sure everything got done that he could do. I always got to leave pretty soon here to go get my granddaughter, go shopping for Mother's Day for her mama, which is Jolene. Yeah, as I said, she didn't get her license, so she still needs someone to drive her around for a little bit. But I know this girl's going to get her license soon. She's really ready. I mean, she's got to. She's going to college, and she's going to work all summer for the TV station she's been working for. She will be a paid. She was an intern through school for her degree all school year, and now she will be a paid intern all summer. As a production assistant. Isn't that exciting? 18 years old, a production assistant. Wow, that's pretty cool. So I'm very excited for her. Now, I could add something up here, but I just don't feel like I want to like overdo it. I do like my pen. Let me get my sheet. Oh, I haven't done the back yet. I got to do that too. I wonder if I should wait. Sorry, I got itchy nose. I wonder if I should wait. I'm almost out of paint. I did buy some more of these because I use them just like nonstop. I stocked up. I think I'm gonna. You off to get Sam, babe? Oh, he didn't hear me. I think he's off to get Sam. Okay. We call her name's Samantha, but we call her Sam. Sammy, Samantha, Sammy Ann, whatever. Whatever nickname comes out of my mouth at the time. I'm the only one allowed to call her just about anything I want. Okay, here we go. Let me make sure he doesn't need anything before he goes. Hold on one sec, guys. Sorry. But, you know, real life here. Heading out to get our girl? Babe, are you heading out to get our girl? Okay, I'm still filming, but I'll see you later. Bye. Okay. Yeah, she's our oldest grandchild. I love that girl so much. She's about to graduate. Can't believe my baby is 18 and graduating and getting ready to go to college. Oh, my daughter and I are so upset. Well, with the loss of her dad, you know, we haven't had enough money for her to go to college, and she's, of course, applied for 8 million loans and scholarships and grants, and, you know, some she got, some she did not, but not quite enough. And so, you know, her mama worked really hard to just get enough to get her in. She can't live on campus, though, because she's going to have to go online because we still couldn't come up with that kind of money. And so she's gonna do online for 1 year, and then she has to actually, you know, go to physical college the next year because she'll have to do all of her hands-on work the second year as a sophomore. She doesn't have to live on campus then. You know, as a freshman, they want you to, and it's no real campus. It's in the middle of San Francisco. So you're actually in almost like a hotel type dorm thing, and then you're, you know, you're walking out onto the main street. There's no campus. There's no nothing. And they want $30,000 just to house you. Ridiculous. And go to some kind of commissary thing for your meals. I don't know. But anyway, we couldn't afford it. Neither could they. So she's going to live at home for her freshman year and go online. And then when she's required to physically be on campus all the time, then she'll, I don't know what we'll do. She'll travel, commute. Maybe she'll find an apartment to share with some girls. I don't know. But she's really not ready. She's very young and naive, innocent, sweet thing. But anyway, not very savvy. Smart, but not savvy. Difference. So, got a little gold on me there. But I do like that. Do you like the gold? I do. I think it adds, I don't know if you could see it, but it adds something, right? But they raised the tuition for this first semester for her. Well, I guess all the colleges did everywhere. $4,000. Oh my gosh. So we're going to see what we can do to help. But gosh darn, it's ridiculous. The cost of everything. It's like $30,000 for online classes. Give me a break. School is ridiculous. She has a very specific degree, but she needs to go to this particular school. She can't go to community college. So if she wants to work for Pixar, Disney, any of those studios, she actually has to go to this particular school because it's a feeder school. It feeds right directly to the studios. In fact, the students work on the movies that you see in the movie theater are done by a lot of these art students. So digital art students. So we'll get her there. It's just crazy, though, what everything costs nowadays. And now with all the other things that are going on, it's just nuts. I don't know. We're going to do everything we can to keep this girl because she has a dream and she can do it. She's very, very talented. She's an awesome artist. I'm in love with this. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's really pretty. I think it needs something across here because it's not Marie Antoinette enough, right? And I need something there. Let me check my... I mean, not that I have to quit, because, you know, I can have a long video if I want. I can do anything I want to do. I'm looking at one of the sheets from the kit. Oh, I like this little butterfly one. I think that would be fun to have on there. Now, this is one of the strips. Now, Prima is made in the U.S. I just don't know if it's printed in China. We may have difficulties getting our beautiful scrapbook paper, ladies. Oh my gosh, I'm just dreading as to whether we're going to be able to get what we're used to getting. I believe Stamperia is made in Spain, so we may have some problems with that. You know, with extra costs. I don't know if we're going to be able to afford to buy that scrapbook paper anymore, or if we can even get it here. You can get it if you're in Europe, but if you're in the U.S., maybe not. Time will tell, right? So I was thinking maybe I would put that on there. Let me get my, except that that has a ton of sticky stuff on it. Let me get an alcohol wipe. Yeah, I buy these at the pharmacy. Or my husband picks them up for me, I should say. Well, I used to buy them myself. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Myself, but of course I don't drive anymore, so my medications are too strong. I don't take a chance of hurting someone because I'm not as fast as I need to be. I really should drive around the block just to keep my skills up in case of an emergency, right? I should do that. I have to get my hubby to go around the block with me when I'm having a good day, right? Lost quite a bit of weight. I'm happy about that, but not the reason I lost it, though. I was getting kind of chubby there. I'd gained some extra weight. You know, the holidays are, you tend to eat a little too many snacks and goodies and all the parties we had. But that's okay. I've evened a lot of that out, so... Yeah, I'm on a really, 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 really strict diet, so, well, that's okay. I don't mind. So, catching you up on all the chit-chat while I'm working on this. I can't really say why I choose what I choose. Sometimes I know why. Sometimes I'm just like, this looks good to me. I'm going to do this, right? So, I would like something across the bottom there. I do want to use my tape on this because I want it to sit up a bit. I probably was going to do that there and didn't. I was just trying to decide if I want something there. I would like pink there, but I don't know. Oh, I got a whole bunch of new pink lace. Excuse me for dropping that on the table so hard. Oh, there went my ribbon. Oh no! It rolled across the floor and unrolled the whole spool of ribbon. Yikes! So much for my satin ribbon. I need to get a piece of tape on this satin ribbon so it doesn't unroll like that again. All right, I'll just throw that on my tray and roll it back up later. Goodness, let's see. These look really bright, but when you open them up, they're not as bright. See what I mean? I mean, it looks really bright, but I got a feeling that it's a lot. See, now it doesn't look as fluorescent when you put it on there, right? It dulls it down. It's just when it's laid one on top of the other that it looks kind of like in your face. I'm not going to keep it in the little baggies. I don't need to. It's in boxes, so throw that away. I'll put those next to me because I'm sure I'm going to use them some more. Right side, wrong side. I guess that looks like the right side. Definitely going to need to use Fabri-Tac because we're putting lace on lace. And yeah, I guess you could use a tacky glue if you got a good tacky glue, but it takes forever for the tacky glue to dry. And as you know, I am not that patient, so boy, it's really windy out. I bet the gusts are a good 20 miles an hour is what it seems like. Hopefully this fence stays put. My hubby was just telling me we got some fence that took a beating during that last storm. So let me get, what am I after? I was going to get, oh, no, it's right here. I didn't put it away. Actually, a wider piece would be better. I need a wider one. I need to open a new package of this stuff with all the different widths. I have some wider, that's not very wide, but I'll use this. This stuff is sticky, sticky, sticky. This is foam tape. I get this at just Dollar Tree. A lot of places have it. You can get it online. About 1 billion places. Oh, I'm so sad. One of my very favorite shops closed up. I guess they just couldn't keep up with One Life Creations. And it was just too much for them with the new rules and regulations in Europe. So they, I don't know why they didn't just sell the US only, but they went out of business, shut down. They were a big, huge scrapbook store, mixed media shop, you know. I got my papers, this paper there, and I'm bummed. You only had 30 days too, and of course I was sick all that time, so I didn't get in and get anything bought that I wanted. But I buy from them a lot, and so I was really bummed they gave up. A number of jewelry and leather designers have closed up because they have to get their stuff from Europe. And with all the problems, you know, they couldn't get their stuff. So I'm starting to see shops close right and left, shutting down, giving up. They can't handle the tariffs and the taxes, and the EU is just making life, which is European Union is making life a living hell for them. So excuse my language, but that's what's happening. And so I've seen a lot of Etsy shops going bye-bye. Even digital shops, but my Etsy is now supporting their digital designers. So my daughter's got her shop back open. Yay! I was just looking yesterday at all the beautiful kits she put back in there. So if you go to one of my older projects and you see something I made and you haven't seen that kit and you see it there, she has them now. So they're in. They're in. So yay! She's got some beautiful kits. If you're more contemporary, she has contemporary stuff. She doesn't just do my type of work. She does a lot of other styles and designs. A lot of botanical. Very heavy in the botanical. So if you like botanical, go to see A Jeweled Design. There is a direct link down at the bottom of my video for her shop for A Jeweled Design. Now, when we close our shop for 2 weeks, and we're just going to put it on vacation. Not close it, but put it on vacation for 2 weeks. She will, her digital shop will stay open, but not the physical shop where we have to ship, because we don't want to miss, you know, not get your things to you on time, right? In a timely manner. We don't want to take that chance because she's not going to be available with the both girls graduating. She just has her hands full. And she runs that shop. And so I wouldn't even dare to try. And I'm going to be helping her any way I can. We'll be busy. So we're all going to be busy with graduation. Hopefully my son's going to come stay for a few days. So he'll be with me. So we'll see if he can come. Depends on his work schedule. Oh, look at that. I think that came out pretty. I feel like I need a bow on there somewhere. What do you guys think? I think I need a bow. Oh, let's find some bows. What kind of bow do I want? I restocked a lot of my bows, so I feel good about it. Maybe in that corner. I want to bow over here. No, maybe just one bow. And I don't know if I want that stand-up pearl. I do have some. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that one. Not quite so in your face white, right? I hope you're seeing this okay. Hope I've been in camera. I'm trying to stay up at the top of my, but not too high because let's put that back in there. That came out pretty. I'm really liking that. This needs something. I think those same little flowers down at the bottom would be good, right? And maybe put a bow on this one too. No, I want white. These are my bits boxes. That's what I keep all my little bits and pieces in. Yeah, I like that. That's the front, so we can always have the front a bit fancier than the back. Let me get some more white. When I'm stuck laying down and I don't feel good enough to read a book or watch a video, I do listen to audio stories. Sometimes they're books, but sometimes they're just... Is that something else? Is that the same thing? Yeah, it is. Audio stories. They're not books. They're maybe an hour long. Some of them are... The books were like 6 and 8 hours long, you know, and you'd listen to them over a couple days. But anyway, they're random. Whatever I can find on YouTube, right? And so I was listening to a really good one that someone said in the comments would make a great Hallmark movie or any kind of Netflix movie, kind of about the mafia and a couple who meet. And I'm really enjoying it. They meet and the mafia is trying to kind of box him in, him for his technology and her because her father owes money to 2 different mafias and they're trying to escape, and it's pretty good. Pretty good story to listen to. What I would listen to and what I read are 2 totally different things, right? So I like mysteries and whodunits and, you know, sometimes love stories. I'm reading a series from Nora Roberts about 4 gals who have a bridal business, and it's each one of their stories within the business, you know, their love stories. So I've read it about 3 or 4 times, but I'm reading it again because I just love it. I like to read books over and over like I like to watch movies over and over. So I keep myself busy so I don't go stark raving nuts. Finally had to make a video because I'm like, I need to. I'm thinking I don't know if I want one on here, honestly. Or do I want it down here maybe? Yeah, I think I'll keep it all down here and leave that plain because really, oops, that's a good place to put, you know, other stuff. So, I only have a few of these clear ones and I don't know where to get those. I got them at Joann's, but you know, Joann's is gone, so I don't know where I would get these now. I'll have to look, see if I can find them in maybe Factory Direct. That's one of the places I love to get bulk stuff, so... crafty stuff, interior design stuff. This was probably I used to use these for my dolls. Oh, that's pretty. What do you guys think? Yeah, we got the front and the back. I wish I'd put this on up so it would have some dimension. And then we have the inside. What do you think? Pretty? Let's see what time it is. Well, we're right at the end of our hour. I can go over, which I do on a regular basis. So let me see if I can find I was going to do a different, an additional envelope today, or a different page pocket also, but I decided to decorate this instead of that, doing that, because I want this to go straight into. I did print this pink on the back. This is Joey Card Maker. Hello, Mr. Joey. I don't, my friend, he's got a brand new kit out about Montana that he collaborated with Gail Augustinelli on. She lives in Montana, in Helena, which is the capital of Montana. And so together they created a beautiful kit that I think people are really going to love. Not my style, so I probably won't do anything with it, but it is beautiful, beautiful kit. If you like mountains and forest and cowboys and the West, you will love it, love it, love it. And Joey and Gail did a fabulous job creating it, I will say. So, and they're both friends of mine. So yeah, Gail's a very, very, very close friend of mine. And Joey, over the years, has become a friend. And so, in fact, he created this kit with me in mind. We didn't collaborate or anything, just I inspired him. He knows how much I love Marie Antoinette, and so it took him quite a while to get this kit together. He had to really, it was not his normal genre, so he really enjoyed stretching himself to create it for me, or with me in mind anyway. He's done a couple kits that way, and I am so blessed and honored to have Joey think of me when he creates certain things. He calls me the Queen of Pearls. Oh, I think that's so sweet, Joey. You're such a doll. Queen of Pearls. He was doing, the other day, he was doing something and decorating, and he says, oh yes, my friend Laurette, the Queen of Pearls. What a doll he is. Okay, I'm just going to stick a couple little things in there. As you know, I've got to fill up all these pockets. I'm going to have to come up with something bigger, but I honestly don't know. I mean, that's really pretty. Actually, I think that would be great, like up on top of a page. So that probably won't stay in there. I'm thinking not, because I really like that, and I'm thinking it's going to go elsewhere. I need to start a little envelope for all the goodies that I cut out, and I'm looking to see what else I could put in there. Too big. I think these tags are all too big. They're bigger than my tag book. Ooh, there's a pretty little puppy. These are all Joey Card Maker. His Marie Antoinette kit. Oh, well, it's actually not called Marie Antoinette. It's Jardin Royal, which means the royal garden. My friend Stephanie translated that for me. Thank you, sweetie, because I had no idea. I knew it meant royal. I just didn't know that Jardin was French for garden. I suppose I probably knew that at one point when I was in school, but I see some pretty flowers right here. Cute little tea cards. I love these tea cards. They are stunning. And all of this is Marie Antoinette inspired. So French, and more French. Yeah, I want to make some other pockets. So I guess I need to do another video. Give you a couple videos this week maybe, huh? I think that would be fun. Now, when you have a scallop card, let me show you another trick that I didn't show you in my beginners. When you have a scallop, right where the scallop meets right there, cut a straight line into that little crevice. Can you see? Let me get up close. See that little crevice? See how I cut them straight into there? Can you see? then when you cut around, falls right out, right? And you don't get that awkward offcut. Not that I can do it perfectly because I'm standing up to do this so you could see. And I'm trying to look at it and look in the camera to make sure I'm getting it in the camera. Well, that's awkward as heck. But anyway, you get a much cleaner cut. Still a little bit of white at the top, but of course I'm going to line it with pink. And sorry for the deep breaths, guys, but I still lose my oxygen pretty easy, so I apologize if I have to breathe deeply. Oh, we have blue on the back of this, so I guess we'll do the blue. And if I see something on the back that I think just looks really awkward, I can just trim it up just lightly, but you get a much cleaner cut. So anytime you have a corner like that or a crevice, you can cut straight into it and then cut around it, and it just drops out and it looks a lot better. I'm going to make this pink and blue, I guess. Okay, so there we go. And then I'll have to come up with something for the inside pocket too. I don't know what yet. I'm sure I'll find something. I have a lot of kits here. I've got fans and all kinds of pretty things, you know, to put in there. I always do the back because you're going to write on these. You know, this would be great for words or phrases or something you're grateful for that day. I mean, if you were going to write in this journal, which I know the person who's getting this won't write in it. She does not write in my journal. She keeps them. She says it's inspiration. Oh, she's so sweet. And to cheer herself up when she's having a bad day. Isn't that wonderful to know your kits are like special to someone like that? I mean, that's just amazing to me. Oh, doesn't that look so pretty? I'm loving it. And then there's a sweet puppy, which, you know, Marie Antoinette had a thing for dogs, although I don't know if she had she liked little dogs, so I don't know if she had a bigger. Oh, she might have had poodles. They were very French. They are very French. Not were, are very French. Those and the little dogs you can floppy, she called them mops, I think. That you could put under your arm, you know. So, I think we're about done here, guys. Again, this is all Joey's. About finishing up here. Just to get rid of any white lines mainly. But I also love the pink edging on a pink paper. It's so pretty. So I'm using, on this particular kit, I'm using spun sugar and, for those of you who don't know, and speckled egg. One is a distress ink, one is an oxide. These are water-based. This is less sheer. It's also very chalky. It takes a while to dry. This one dries quickly. It's a standard water-based ink. Okay, so very different product, but you don't want to mix the two together on a thing like this because it'll ruin your ink pads. So we've got puppy in there. I'll find something else to put in there, but isn't that adorable? Don't you love it? I do. I just think it's the prettiest darn thing. I'm just so in love with it. I think I want some white eyelash trim for that one at the top. Let me grab some. Let me just cut off a piece here. I have a bag of it that I got at the resale shop. Our little hospital thrift store. Actually, it's a pretty good store. I don't know with it going bankrupt if it's even still open. I would imagine it is. I don't know. I used to be part of the auxiliary as a donor, donating, but then I don't know what happened. I guess well, they wanted me to work hours and I couldn't. My health wouldn't allow me to stand on my legs and work. So but they still send me their newsletter. So when I had my business, when I had my cell phone store, I used to donate like crazy to them. Plus we donate, plus we buy there a lot. So, I think that needs a little gold up there. We'll have to add something else. But there you have it. I mean, look at that little simple pocket we did. It came out much better than I thought it was going to. So I'm really excited. It just doesn't want to get rid of that white lines bugging me. So I had to get rid of that. Okay, there we go. I'll probably add one more card to that, but isn't that lovely? Well, there we go. There's our 2 triple pocket tag book. Aren't they lovely? I may add some more gold to this. I don't know. I just wanted little touches of it. I might add some gold around some of the tags. Maybe put a little bow in there, just do a little more decoration. And oh yeah, I love these pieces right here. I don't think that's a Joey. I think that's a different kit. But anyway, there you have it, guys. That's today's project. I hope you enjoyed that. It's my first video back in a very long time. And I hope to see you again this week. We'll see. So have a wonderful rest of your week. And I love you all. I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.